really pushing for short videos, right? I thought what I would do is take a minute to kind of do a basic recap of Friday night wild speculation Saturday morning, all right? Because for some people, they didn't go all the way to the part of the video where we really got into the heart of the discussion of Lori Vallow, Melanie Gibb, and the Zulema, and the men that they chose for themselves. So the thing that got this going in my mind was Chad Daybell and his, Cheshire cat poop, eat, and grin during the preliminary hearing. That when Melanie Gibb was being questioned, he just seemed like the cat that ate the canary. He just seemed like, I have a really good secret, and I'm not telling anyone until I'm ready. When my daddy Pryor, is ready to release it, then it was gonna make Melanie Gibb sick to her stomach. Okay, now then, all that foolishness aside, I've been really curious about the whole kind of subtle grin, and I thought, what is this about? Obviously, this guy thinks he has something on Melanie Gibb. Clearly, he does think he has something. And so that is the thing that really kind of got me going down this path of wild speculation and exploring all the different possibilities. And when I arrived upon the notion of sister wives, I thought this could be it. So if you go back to the video that we put up a few days ago, that was called Wild, W-Y-L-D, Wild Speculation, Friday night, on Saturday morning. I really lay the case out in a lot of detail. It's quite a long video. And I lay my position out, the facts, what we know to be truth. I lay that out in detail. And then I go on to make the observation. Look how pretty this is. To make the observation that perhaps the reason that Daddy John kept saying, would you call her a sister? Are you so close to Lori that would you just say she's friends, or would you say that you're as close as sisters? And Melanie Gibb just was not taking the bait. She refused to use that terminology, those semantics. And I thought, what is it about Daddy John that he really seems invested in Lori Vallow saying, hey, yes, Lori is like my sister. So if you go to the Church of Firstborns, there's a lot in that gets back to the idea of plural marriages and the religious, background, I suppose, that one might use to argue that point. I don't know. I'm just to the point that I think that when you look at Zulema, her marriage to Alex, you look at Melanie Boudreau and her marriage to Ian, you look at Lori, her marriage to Daybell, and I'm thinking to myself, the women were the ones that were calling the shots. The women were the ones that were in control and powerful. The women were the ones that were basically just telling the men what to do. And all of the men that were involved with these women are all these really weak kind of, what do they call them? Soy boy type guys, right? Not your good old mountain men kind of guys. And so I find that whole dynamic fascinating, and I find it possible that these women were maybe taking back some control in the church. I mean, they basically had all been pushed out, right? They really, all of them, none of them were really mainstream LDS by this point, including Melanie Gibb. All the men are just the historical the historical documentation regarding the Church of the Firstborn, the anything related to a vow where the women seem to be the ones that are being given the roles of influence. I mean, you've got Jason Mouse sitting at the top of the food chain, in my opinion. Daybell's got them all, snookered by claiming that he's a prophet and he can see behind the veil. But then everybody else that's involved, y'all, it's all these women that seem to have learned or mastered the art of seduction, even though they're all really nutty, in my opinion. This is my opinion. This is all alleged. I don't have any reason to have any more information than anybody else. It's just the way that I conceptualize the information that we've been provided. So I think that's going to be it for today. Isn't it beautiful? It's going to be it for today. We'll take a walk down here and hope there's no Sasquatch. How's that? No, they're not educated. Yeah, the delusional thought is definitely, all of them are demonstrating delusions, but come on, delusional thought isn't the same thing as being incompetent and stand trial. Being delusional doesn't mean that you can't pay your bills on time, and when you go to a store and pick up something, you have to pay for it, right? So you got to be real careful about what you want to call crazy. Lori Vallow made a lot of what we call higher order cognition. There is evidence of higher order cognition that was happening in the days immediately before the kids disappeared and in the months following their disappearance. She only got crazy when it was convenient for her to be crazy. That's the truth. So be very careful about buying into this whole idea that she was just so crazy, that she's just not able to help herself, with her own defense. That I don't believe that. All right. There's my flamingo, of course. All right. Whew. Okay. So that is going to be it. That is going to be it for this video. And I want to thank everybody for everything that you're doing for the channel. I appreciate it. I hope that you will share the videos on your social media. Hit a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And if you'll leave a comment, I'll read it tonight before I go to bed. All right. Y'all have a great evening. Talk to you later. Bye.